Yeah. Good evening, all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen
Good,
is visible or not, right?
good evening, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir. All okay.
Fine. So in the yesterday session, right, in the demo session, just I was briefing you about why Python, who can learn Python, right? What are the prerequisites and how it was built, right? And what are the features and Python comparison with other programming languages, right? Yes. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, right? Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. One second. Okay, let us have a quick review what we have discussed in the last session, right? Before we go. Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop today by using Python. It's not for a particular purpose, right? So like it can be used for developing any kind of applications, right? Like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, right? Embedded applications, networking applications, right? Yes. Wide varieties of applications can be developed. Fine. And multi-programming features. It has got multi-programming features, hybrid features we say, and it's a high-level language. Python is a high-level language, means easily understandable, looks like normal English statements, not as complex as other programming language, right? It's an interpretation language. Python is an interpretation language, and it's a line by line execution, which makes debugging easy, right? And user friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements, right? Yes, fine. Okay. Coming to this. So high level and low level are two types of languages. Like high level languages, human understandable, portable, and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems, right? So if you talk like Python has got features, hybrid features. I'm saying it has taken advantages from one programming, it has taken some other advantages from other programmings, right? Python has taken the advantages from different programming languages, some advantages from one programming, some other advantages from other programming. In this way, for multiple programming languages, it has combined the advantages, right? So which programming languages it has taken the advantages from, right? Yes. Just observe here, Python has got what features and advantages it has taken from which programming languages, right? So Python has procedural oriented programming features. It has got procedural oriented programming features. Example like C language, right? Yes. And it has got object oriented programming features, like object oriented programming features. Example like C++ and Java. Scripting features, it has got what? Scripting features, like example shell script.
Hello. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What is meant by scripting?
Okay. So just like Linux is shell script, right? Uh, so for administrators, like database administrators, system administrators, we have got Linux shell script available. In the same way, Python is also a kind of scripting language. So here we got interpretation, right? Here interpretation, line by line execution we are going to see. Fine.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay, here modular programming, modular, one more, right? Modular programming features. Example like modular 3 means Python has got these many features, right? What all the programming features we see in different other programmings. All these features we see within this Python. That's the reason we call it as hybrid language. If you talk about this Java programmer, Java developers, right? They are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features. Without object-oriented programming, we cannot develop a Java application or a Java program. So, but with Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, right, with modular programming, we can develop many varieties of applications. Okay. And today, like if you talk about scripting, right? Like Python script is used within this AWS DevOps, in IoT, in robotics for automation, right? And even if you talk about this modular programming, Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming, right? Because of these modules, there is a concept of modules, right? 89,300 inbuilt modules Python providing for various domains, right? Whatever domain you are from, Python has got a module for it, using which we can perform the operations. We don't need to write huge codings. So by using this built-in functionalities, right, within this modules, we can perform. If you're from networking background, we have got Python has got a module for it, for testing, for animations, for network, for data science, for big data, for gaming, for databases, for all these separate modules Python is providing. So it doesn't mean that you need to have the idea about all these thousands of modules depending upon the domain, right? We're just going to explore the domain specific modules, right? Fine. So I said, I was just saying that in the 10 years ago, like Java, Python was very less used, but now as Python usage has increased a lot, where everywhere we see like Python as an implementation language. It has got separate models for data science, separate models for big data, for networking, for operating systems. For every database, Python is providing a module. For different types of files, for every file format, Python has got a module, right? For statistics, for graphs, for generating, okay, for mathematical operations. What kind of applications? What kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Mostly used for creation of web applications, for automation applications, okay. Web applications, automation applications, right? Yes. Technologies like data science, IoT, aerospace, DevOps, right? Where implementation goes in Python, even in big data like Spark, PySpark for scientific applications, for GUI applications, for gaming, game development, for scheduling tasks, for testing or test cases, for software development, right? For business applications, for database applications, for network programming, for web scraping, for audio video applications. So embedded applications, Raspberry Pi is one of the best application, right? Developed by using Python, and also computer vision for color detection, face detection, object detection, right? For CAD applications, robotics, and for data analysis, right? And who are using Python today? Who are using Python? And top most applications built by using Python, right? Google using Python, YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, and Uber using Python, Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python, Instagram built by using Python, right? Because of its Python practicality and its multi-programming features, and Quora, Reddit, Dropbox built by using Python, Pinterest built by using Python, Netflix using Python for its security automation and for subscription purpose. Maya, a powerful 3D animation, uses Python. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. For military and commercial applications, it is used Ironport email server, right, which uses more than 1 million lines of Python code. And for robotics and for hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this, they use Python for hardware testing. Reasons which makes Python super popular. Very less coding we see in Python. Okay. Multi-programming features, interactive mode, wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python, and many built-in libraries. These are the reasons which makes Python super popular, right? So those who are from non-programming or zero programming, right? So for today, I'll be just briefing you about this coding, how this Python coding looks as compared with other programming, right? You can just observe this sample snippets of Python, and also the importance of modules and modular programming with Python, right? As part of the course, I'll be discussing about procedural oriented with Python, object oriented, modular programming with Python, right? Okay. Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. So first I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages, right? You can just compare coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, how simple Python code looks, right? Yes, task. So accepting two values from the user keyboard, right? From the user keyboard and performing addition, right? Yes. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. So first I'll write using Java, right? The major programming languages like Java and Python. First I'll write use. So if you got knowledge on Java, just go through the following code, right? Import. Later I write in Python, just compare the code length, complexity, right? Import java.io.star, right? Every statement ends with semicolon, class with any name, and a public static void main, right? Public static void main. String s in uppercase, string aux, throws IO exception, right? And here input stream reader I use like input stream reader ISR equal to new input stream reader I capital system dot in buffer reader, right? BR equal to new buffered reader, right? Buffer reader equal to new buffer reader of ISR, right? Yes. And system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, right? Enter the first number. So whatever number you're entering by default taken as string, right? String S in uppercase, string S1, equal to br dot read line. So just give it, and later again I need to convert to integer. Int I equal to integer dot percent of s1. Here this is for the first number. Just I'll copy the code, same code for the second number. These three statements I'll repeat for the second number, right? Yes. Control V, right? Enter the second number, right? Say string s2 equal to br dot read line. Yes, integer equal to integer dot percent of s2, right? Yes. System dot out dot, what is that? Okay, this is what the coding in Java, right? Yes, I don't know, like how many of you understood this code? It looks still complex to understand without basic knowledge of Java. Just I'll copy it. I'll just compare the coding wise and just observe. Just take a minute and see the execution in both Python and Java, right? Yes, I'm copying to a separate notepad file, saving it. And I'll save all the Python files within this, right? Batch, right? Yes. Yeah. And within this Python 8 p.m. saving, right? What is that? Sample dot Java, right? Yes. Now going to this command prompt and just take it. Okay, sorry.
చెప్పు రాత్రి సినిమా చూసావా? సినిమా లొకేషన్
cd slash, yes, please try to be in mute. Yeah, cd Python 8 p.m. batch. Yes. Java C, yes. Sample dot Java. Java sample, right? Yes. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. See that output will be 30, right? Enter the first number, enter the second number, right? Output 30. So this is what the output in Java, right? I don't know like how many of you understood this code, right? In Java. So it looks a little complex to understand, right? Without what is class, what is public static void main, what is string ox, IO exception, input stream reader, buffer reader, read line, integer dot parseInt, right? Even we can write by using scanner classes also, right? But the same code, the same task I'll implement in Python, right? With here you see like 10 to 12 lines of code, right? The same thing I will implement in Python, not more than 3 lines, right? With not more than 3 lines. Okay, and observe this coding. Lengthwise you can check, complexity wise you can check, right? How simple Python statements, just like normal English statements. So just observe, I'm opening this Python IDE, right? Yes. File, new file, right? Just here itself we can write and execute. X equal to, see the statements of Python input, just 3 lines I said, right? Enter value of X, Y equal to input, enter value of Y, right? Input, enter value of Y, enter value of Y, enter value of X, enter value of Y. Print X plus Y, that's it. This is the coding in Python, right? Do you see any complex word in this? Any complex statement or word in this, right? Looks simple, right? Very less coding, simple syntaxes. Okay, so here I need to say Just like Java here also, whatever you are accepting from the keyboard, taken as string, we need to convert to int of, we need to say, right? Int of. Int of input, enter value of y. Save it. Patch. Test.py, any name with .py extension can just run module. We can check here itself, right? Yes. Enter value of x 10, enter value of y 20. Sum is what? 30. This is what how this. Yes. Understood, right? How simple this Python statements, right? As compared with other programming, right? Enter value of x, input enter value of y, print x plus y, right? Yes.
Okay, so we usually do Python language in ID shell, right? I mean, this is the platform to develop Python scripting like that, huh? Hello?
Fine. Later I'll just show you one more example, like how this coding looks, Python coding looks as compared with other programs. Yes. For example, x equal to.
Sir, what is your application? You mean it is?
What, where I'm typing?
Yes.
So I'll show you, right? I'll just show you the installation of Python.
Okay.
And how to work and how to execute, right? Yes. Just try to observe only the coding of Python as of now. Step by step, I show you how to download it, how to install and how to work, right? And how to execute and check. Okay. As of now, just observe this coding. Now, array of elements, you say in other programmings, you say array of elements. In Python, we say like list of values. For example, 60, 10, 30, 20, 50, 40. A list of elements, right? Yes. Print x prints the entire list. Print x means prints the entire list as it is. Print length of x. Len of x means number of elements present within the list, right? Len of x returns the number of elements. I want to compute the sum of all the elements 60 plus 10 plus 30 plus 20 plus 50 plus 40. No need to write codings here. Directly we can say print the sum of which list? Sum of x list, right? That's it. It returns the sum, right? Yes. Run module. No need to say, no need to write coding here. Sum is 210. Length is 6. Number of elements. If hundreds of elements are there, right? To know the number of elements, how many elements, right? I want to find the max element within this. Print max of x. Print max of x. Print min of x. Max of x, min of x. Maximum element and minimum element in this, right? Okay. Yes, I'll come back to your general queries, right? Yes, Arman Kumar, right. Sum of x, max of x, min of x, right? Max of x is what? 60, right? Min of x, 10, right? Max element, min element, right? Yes. Okay. Next, for example, I want to arrange all the elements in a particular order. I want to arrange all the elements in a particular order, like ascending order, right? Yes. Okay. Print sorted of X. Print sorted of X. Okay, sorted of X means arranging all the elements in ascending order. So just try to observe these codings. We have got many built-in functions, built-in modules available with Python. No need to write a huge codes, right? Just observe this result, right? Sorted of X means in ascending order you get. Arranging all the elements in ascending order 10 to 60. And if you see that min element, max element, sum of all the elements, right? Yes. If I want in descending order, if I want the elements to be displayed in descending order in Python, right? Yes. Print sorted of X, comma, reverse equal to true. Sorted of X means you will get ascending, right? The ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Reverse equal to true, right? Yes. Just observe this. This is what in descending order. We don't need to write any codes. So do you see any complex word in this? So descending, right? 60 to 10, right? Do you observe any complex statements in this? Just like Java, class, public static void main, string, all this, right? But here just accept a print, and other than print, right? We can say max, min, len, sorted, sum, len, right? Yes.
Can we do multiplication of these numbers by doing anything, sir?
Yes, I'll show you now.
Okay, thank
But in a different way, I show you, right? Now take this. One more example. Yes, now observe this, right? So just now I was talking about 89,300 models are there. Now I will use a model into that, as you asked, right? So I have 89,300 inbuilt modules. How can I use a module? How can I get help on a module? How can I explore a module? If I doesn't know how to use the functionality within a module, how can I get the help from it, right? So just observe, right, the importance of modules in Python you observe, and also the coding of Python you observe in this example, right? Yes. Okay. Now just observe here. I'm using a module called import math module. Import math module, right? Yes. Commonly used module. I want to check what is present within this math module. Print dir of math, right? Yes, directory of math module. .py, right? Yes. So here, if you want to see the directory, check it. These are all the properties present within the math module. There is some variable like pi. There is some variable like e. If you want to print those values, right, directly you can say like print math.py, math.e. math.py, print math.e. Just observe this output, right? Yes. run module. Pi value is what? 3.14. E value is what? 2.71. For example, you don't know how to use this sqrt functionality. square root functionality, you doesn't know how to use it, right? How to work with it. So Python is going to provide you help, right? Help function. It is going to help you with that, right? Within the math module, I want help on SQRT, right? You can just check here. Then help on built-in function square root in the module math. Built-in function square root in the module math. So square root expecting one value x, we need to return the square root of x. It is expecting one value x, it returns the square root of x. So provide one value x, it returns the square root of that value. Print, okay, math dot sqrt of 16, right? Yes, square root of 16 is what? 4, right? Just observe this, you got the output 4. Yes. Similarly, just now you are asking one example, how can I do product of that list, right? Some of the elements we did, but product. See, if we just observe, okay, there's one more function, PROD, PROD. For doing product, right? Product, to compute the product of that list elements. So just observe, print math dot PROD, product of a list elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now check this output. What is output of product of all these elements? 120, right? 120. For example, if one more, right? If it doesn't know like how to use a property, like for example, there is a function called POW, power function, right? So here help I want on help on math dot POW, right? Help, if it doesn't know about how to use this, you can use help, right? It is going to help you, right? Help on built-in function, right? Power expecting two values x comma y, returns x to the power of 5. Clearly it is saying what is this? To the power of 5. This is the power symbol in Python. Double star means power symbol. Now you got the syntax, right? Now print math dot power. How many arguments or parameters I need to provide? 2, right? X comma y, 10 comma 3, 10 to the power of 3. You get 1000. Okay. For example, okay, just I was showing you people from non-programming background or zero programming, right? Yes, to see that how the coding of Python and the importance of modules in Python. One more module I take. This time, it is very simple generating graphs in Python, right? How to generate graphs in a simple way in Python. So for that also we have got a module called import matplotlib. Just observe the coding of Python only, right? We have got a matplotlib for plottings and visualizations, right? Within that, we have got a property called pyplot. Within this matplotlib, we have got a property pyplot. And instead of using this very big name, we can go with shortcut name as PLT, alias name or shortcut name, we say, right? Yes. Instead of using this big name, we just if you use PLT, that's enough. Now PLT dot plot x coordinates 1 comma 2 comma 3, right? These are x coordinate values, these are y coordinate values. That's it. The graph is generated, right? plt dot show the graph, right? Show function. So plot x coordinates, y coordinates in just check. Okay.
You didn't write plot. T is missing in import. Sir.
Import matplotlib, right?
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Matplotlib, yes. So just execute, right? Now check whether the graph is generated or not. A graph is generated like this, right? Yes. So in 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4, right? Yes. 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. Okay, fine. For example, a small task, age values, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. The salaries are like this. For 30 years, 30,000. For 40, it is 40,000. For 50, like 35,000. For 60, it is 50,000. Just observe this, a graph, age and salaries. 30, 30,000, 40, 40,000, 50, 35, 60, it is 50,000, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Now, if you observe this output, right? If you just observe this output in that x-axis, so it's a solid graph with blue color, but I want some dotted style with a different color, red color, right? Very simple. Just to give comma here, hyphen you say. Now you can get dotted line format for dotted graph. And if you want to specify any color like red color, right? Yes. If you want to specify any color, comma COLOR, color equal to red. You got red color, right? Yes. Any type of, but here if you observe this graph, we doesn't have any name for x-axis, y-axis, right? I want to give some name to it, to x-axis and y-axis. So that very simple, right? So here only plt, right? Plt dot x label. That's it. What is that? Age. Plt dot y label, right? Income, salary. That's it. And title for the graph, title, sample graph, right? Yes. Run module, right? You can check this age and salary. Age, you got salary, sample graph, right? Yes. So it's very simple, right? Generating graphs. And here instead of plot, if I remove, if I use bar graph, if I use HIST, histogram, scatter, if I use scatter plot, stack plot, right? Any pie graph, any type of graph you can generate, right? So for example, I'll take a complex graph and I'll show a stack plot, right? So without any Python knowledge, are you able to understand these codings or not? So do you see any complex word here? How simple these statements, right? Python statements.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, Python is
Yes.
case sensitive or not?
Python is case sensitive. Uppercase, lowercase is taken differently. So for example, okay, I'll take some complex graph and I'll show you, right? Yes, you can, that also you can easily understand step by. For example, think that you got 5 days, some 4-5 days of holidays, right? So what you did within this, I want to just visualize by using a graph like stack plot, right? Just observe this. So what activities you do? Playing, working, eating, sleeping, right? So 8 hours for playing, 7 hours for working, 2 hours for eating, 7 hours for sleeping. Total 24 hours you got. 7 plus 2, 9 plus 7, 16 plus 8, 24. Is my voice clear and audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
24 hours, how it was spent, it was just given. Similarly, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Stack plot I want. I said plt dot plot means normal graph. Plt dot stack plot here. Days as this x coordinates, all the 4 activities as taken as y coordinates, and 4 colors, magenta, cyan, red, black. These some abbreviations I'll say you later for colors. Days, x-axis, days, y-axis, hours. Title, interesting graph, right? Let's check it out. Run module. You will get different colors, right? In this way. Observe this day 1. Day 1 you observe. First 7 hours for sleeping, 2 hours for eating, 7 hours for working, 8 hours for playing. Day 2 increased. Day 4, day 3 again decreased. Day 4 again increased, right? Yes. In this way, stack plot. And one last example, one more before, okay. One more example, right? Yes, just observe this. Even generating a pie graph in Python, right? Pie graph. For example, import matplotlib dot pyplot as a plt, right? So first label mobile is equal to, I'm taking like mobile Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, August sales are like this. August sales are like this. So Samsung, more sales for Samsung with 45, Vivo only 10, and Oppo only 15. 1 plus 30, right? Yes. Now plt dot pie graph for what? August sales. I want August sales, comma, labels equal to mobiles. Labels nothing but these mobiles. I want some labels, right? Mobiles. Four lines, right? Mobiles have taken their sales, and I want a labels equal to mobiles. Plt dot show. Just now check this, right? Run module. See that a pie graph is generated or not? Yes. A pie graph for which mobile the sales are more. Samsung, right? Next, OnePlus, Oppo, Vivo. Very simple, right? See, can you see any just normal English statements? Mobiles I've taken, sales of August I've taken. I want pie graph by taking sales and mobiles. Show it. Any complex word in this? No, right? So just I was showing you people as some of they were asking, right? People from non-programming or zero programming. Just I was showing you some sample codings, Python compatible with other programming languages, right? Yes. So from tomorrow, we'll be just starting with the basics, right? We will be starting with the Python basics. So first before I go with installation, I need to discuss something about the Python software foundation, PSF, and Python versions. What are the versions previously? What version we are using currently? Which are the stable versions? Which are mostly used versions? Python installations, different execution modes of Python, normal, and different IDEs, different supported by Python, different editors supported by Python, right? Fine. And what happens exactly if we define some values, right? Internally, how to print the value. Yes, those things, right? Any queries from your side, anyone, right? So the sessions should be like interactive sessions. As these are demo sessions, I was speaking most of the time, right? So I said clear recordings of this each session. You can see in the chart panel, right? If anyone has missed yesterday's session, right? Means just introduction to Python. Just you can see this course content is provided there. Course content of all this, and also this demo video also provided in the YouTube playlist, right? You can see in the chart panel all the payment process procedure and all the details, everything is provided. You can just copy it. For any queries from your side, anyone, right? So it's a very simple language. It's not complex to understand. Looks step by step we'll be discussing everything, right? And instead wherever we see installations, I'll ask you to do the installations parallel along with me, like database installations, IDs installation. So it's totally, if you want to go for only Python, you can go for Python. Yes, it's 9,000 for full. So it is given 10,000 there, right? If you're taking, if you're both paying at a single attempt, right? It can pay just 9K is enough. So as I was just saying, right? That code structure and this number of hours for this Python, right? Python core advanced application oriented modules. So it's just like 75 hours course just for 5K for this. And apart from this, what are the other things we are going to provide, right? HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, right? Means these are what UI technologies that are the things required for developing a web application, right? And Django framework, right? Django framework, nearly like 20 applications creations we'll be discussing, right? And apart from this project, for all this, right, it was just if you want to pay, it is 5K 5,000, right, for all this. So if you take as a combo as a single payment, right, you can just pay 9K, right? Okay. So the payment process details, everything is given in the chart panel, right? So tomorrow, day after tomorrow also you can attend the session to see more on this. So tomorrow I'll be just going with the Python fundamentals step by step, right? Fine, clear.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, yes.
So the last date of the payment will be?
Pardon? Day after tomorrow you can do, right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So you can attend 2 more sessions, right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right? So yes, so this all I'm going to cover 75 hours for this and 60 hours for this. Totally it's a 135 hours course, right? And it takes like 4 months for this. But if you want to go Python and these things parallelly, if you want to go in weekdays Python, in weekends this one, you can complete in 2.5 to 3 months. So this entire full stack which covers the full stack Python, right? Yes. Fine. Yeah, any other queries, right? So everyone, you can attend the session tomorrow, same time with the same link, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, while practicing, if is there any problem we face? So, is there any WhatsApp group so that we can
Yes,
test
yes.
our?
See, once you got enrolled, registered, you will be getting soft copy of the notes, videos, and WhatsApp. You'll be added to the WhatsApp group. Yes, all this will be
Okay.
fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Here in this course, you are going to learn some basics of SQL, right? Hello.
Yes, basic. Yeah, yes. You can see the course content, right? How? Yes.
Is that basics are enough for web developer, or should we learn more about SQL also?
So, okay, if you are updating, it's fine only, but here, what all required, I'll be discussing that basics of SQL, right? So here, Python basics, Python operations, operators, Python, different types of IDs used in the real time, flow controls, looping, strings, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, right? And functions in Python. Modules are modular programming, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming features in brief, regular expressions, database access, database connectivity, how to install a database and creating database, installing and working with database related operations using Python, and daytime module, OS module, advanced concepts, GUI module, Excel module, data analytics, introduction to data science, Pandas module, NumPy module, Matplotlib. Apart from that, Django, from people who go for Django framework development, project architecture, application creation, we use templates, Django admin models, advanced concepts, UI technologies, right? This everything is going to be covered. So yes. Okay.
That basics knowledge of SQL is enough, or should I learn more, sir? Just I want to know that.
So basics of SQL, I'll be providing how to perform all those operations. But if you've
Yes.
got any time for updating, if you've got a time, right, you can also update with it by, because SQL is required for a software employee, right?
Okay.
In-depth knowledge of this, but I'll be providing that. I'll be showing you how to install a database and how to work with this, right? For 2 days or 2-3 days, right? I'll be spending time on creating, inserting CRUD operations, how to perform all those. I'll be showing you. Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Fine. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, right? So I'll just sign off for today. Meet you tomorrow. If you have what queries, you can ask in the tomorrow session also, right? Fine. So thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Same time, same way. Yes.
Thank you, sir.